Good morning, good peoples, as Ami likes to say. I'm attempting for the first time to walk clear away from downtown Wilson, North Carolina, all the way out to Ward Boulevard, which is like our little belt line around little old 50 to 60,000 person Wilson. And then I'm going to walk back downtown and then back up to my parents' house where I now live. Currently, hopefully soon, I'll be getting out and looking at apartments. Got a duck. Sometimes people don't clip the branches to keep the world safe for us tall people. Ami knows what I'm talking about. And in fact, let me show you what I'm working with here. Whoa. So I gotta get real far down to get under these branches. Anyway, I am walking as I've seen the Booch, Don Boocher do. Congratulations on your move, Don, by the way. Just moved from Montana to Los Angeles. So good for you, man. Never been to LA. Or Montana, for that matter. Been to Wyoming. That's about as close as I've been. But anyway, I'm seeing all these people driving down Nash Street, going to work, caring about their business, and meanwhile people are suffering. People are trying to figure out how they're going to pay their rent, how they're going to eat, and there are a lot of people who work at banks here and a lot of lawyers in town. So just it kind of strikes me as a white, straight Christian male, one of the most privileged categories ever devised in history and brutally enforced. And I'm thinking about how a lot of these white people who are going to work, they just aren't thinking about those issues. I saw a quote somewhere as I'm being an insomniac last night, this morning, whatever it is. I finally did actually go to sleep at a reasonable time. At 2, I think it was 2 a.m. For some of you, you're probably laughing. You're like, 2 a.m. reasonable time? Yeah. Well, consider the fact that I stay up till 6 a.m. some nights. And I emphasize nights. But anyway, I saw a quote that said, let's see, I should maybe not do the extemporaneous way of recording these videos because I've never ready to roll with the quotes, but essentially what it said is, it said smart people talk about ideas, regular Joes, I'm going to say regular Joes, but regular people talk about events. And then basically the third thing was that really, lesser intelligent people talk about the news coverage of said events, which are inspired by ideas. And I think that's pretty right on. I'm trying not to yell as I walk. But anyway, I say that, and it transitions to something that I'm starting today in conjunction with this walk. I am going to be listening to the first 40 minutes or so, maybe it'll be a chapter, who knows, of Howard Zinn's The People's History of the United States, which I've flipped through a previous version of in book form because my dad had it. I sort of stole it from him. He doesn't miss it. He's got enough books. There's a dog, of course, barking because I'm talking. So I'm going to be listening to that as I walk. And y'all should look at some excerpts, pick up the abridged version, maybe the unabridged version. But the unabridged version in audiobook form is 34 hours and I think 8 seconds or something like that. Or 8 minutes and yeah, that's what it is. 34 hours, 8 minutes, 55 seconds. So, again, got a duck. The world isn't always safe for tall people. 6'4", but I was dwarfed by Ami, by the way. Ami's about 6'6", 6'7", something like that. It's good to meet him and Rigel and Amy Dottie Jordan when we were down in Columbia. And I haven't really done a video about Columbia. Did I say Georgia? I didn't mean Georgia. Columbia, South Carolina. Good Lord. I got Georgia on my mind because I heard that song last night. It was Ray Charles. It came on my Pandora. Anyway, Columbia, South Carolina. Y'all know what I mean. I'm not perfect. None of us are. But the point is, I'll be listening to The People's History of the United States by Howard Zinn. And I think it's a good history for a lot of people to listen to or read, because it doesn't whitewash history. It tells it like it is. And I'm just going to throw somebody's paper a little bit closer here, because I think we should live in community. Individualism is good for developing ideas, as I've said, but we should live in the whole community. And we should look out for each other. Even the ones who have the white privilege enough to ignore what's going on in this nation to people of color, people who are poor, people who are suffering. And I just realized I probably had my finger on the mic the whole time. Hope y'all heard me. Anyway, I'll do another video. It'll have better... Oh no, I've got a thing plugged in. See, it's early morning. I've only had a few hours of sleep. Anyway, let me get past so I don't get hit by a car. But this is kind of my first walking video I've done, like a lot of you have. But those are just some thoughts I had. I was inspired by Ami walking in nature, talking about us getting back to paradise. Well, this isn't quite close to paradise, but you see elements of it, you know, still in town. This is no New York City or Chicago, so there is some green space. But there's so many issues that we all need to worry about. But we can do this together. I think that was the whole point of us coming together in these videos. And I think we should keep doing these videos. Keep the conversation going. I'm at a transition point in my life. Engagement just ended. Don't know if it'll resume at all. And if so, if it'll resume sooner or later. But that's not the point. Point is, I got to keep moving, which I got to do right now. So I'm going to bid you all peace, and I'm going to try to remember what Ami always says: true love, true knowledge, true peace, no supremacy, no corrupt systems. Peace be unto all of you. Take care.